Hi, this is Superintendent of Schools Bill Olson, and I welcome you to the first Superintendent's sort of brief cable program of the 2020-2021 school year. As you know, most everything has been interrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic, and so this is the first opportunity that we have had to be able to film an update episode. So I welcome you. It's great to be in touch with you. I know that I have done some videos that have been presented to the community on various topics. I will continue those throughout the entire year. But as of right now, it's the first of 2021. We are right in the middle of our fiscal 2022 budget process. That's the budget that impacts the 2021-2022 school year. It's going to be a challenging, very challenging budget. We are making the assumption that we will all be back in school next year in regular classes and not pods. We're certainly hoping for that. I mean, 8-9 months ago, we thought that by the end of the summer in 2020 that we would be back to school. In August, we weren't. We thought, well, maybe December of 2021 we'll be back to school fully, and we're not. And so we're only hoping that the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine reduces the rate of transmission and certainly the number of cases, therefore, and that we are, in fact, able to return. As you know, I will be retiring from the Westford Public Schools at the end of this year. It's been a wonderful 35 years for me in our school system. This is my 50th year overall. So I won't be with you next year, but someone will be, and they'll do an excellent job as a new superintendent. I actually am going to look to see if I can be placed as a fill-in superintendent, an interim superintendent in some other school district for next year. The job is exciting, it's stimulating, it's enjoyable, and I hope to keep going for a little bit longer time. So as I said, we're in the process of developing the budget. It's very difficult in terms of lost revenues at the federal, state, and local level. That will be impacting the budget appropriations to all town departments next year, not just the school system. On Monday night, this past Monday night, I presented an idea to cut the number of buses for next year by going to a 4-tier system. We will be posting materials online. We'll be further discussing that at upcoming school committee and school committee budget meetings, because that has a rather substantial impact on students, families, and staff members. But it allows us, by going from a 3-tier busing system to a 4-tier busing system, to save almost $450,000 that has been projected to be saved for next year. We, at the present time, have a very active diversity, equity, and inclusion team. We have another meeting coming up this week. We will be talking with members of the townwide DEI committee so that we can perhaps take a look at some joint efforts and initiatives that we may be able to pursue. Because of strength in numbers, and we have a lot of talent both in our committee. The town has a lot of talent on its respective committee also. So we're looking forward to collaborating and seeing what we can do to increase respect, cultural competency across the school system and the town. We also have a very, very competent COVID advisory committee. In fact, I have a meeting with the committee right after this filming. We have 4 physicians, we have 4 school nurses, we have some staff members and administrators. We meet every 2 weeks. We take a look at all of the latest local and state COVID data with the idea of really making decisions based on what the incidence rate is, how much transmission there is within our schools, how much transmission there is of the virus outside of our schools. We're still waiting to see if there is, or if there continues to be a spike from the holiday season. Perhaps hasn't shown in full as of this filming, but we'll keep our eye on it over the next 2 weeks. So That committee meets with me regularly, as I said, every 2 weeks. We talk about what might be possible. We talk about upcoming trends. We'll be talking today with the COVID Advisory Committee about the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education's COVID pool testing that will be started sometime in the next month. And that's a testing program that I have submitted an application to participate in with other school systems. We'll test on a pool basis students and staff every week, and hopefully allow us to see what the incidence rate of the virus is in our school system that may impact our operations. So every day there's attention, there's focus given to the COVID-19 pandemic and the numbers, any particular areas of clusters, and we make decisions accordingly. So I'll stay in touch with you and look forward to the next taping of an update. And if you have any questions or comments, please email me. My email address is bolson@westfordk12.us. I'll be glad to receive your input and as quickly as I can answer your emails. And I use that qualifier because since the pandemic started, most superintendents have received 3 and 4 times the number of emails that they have ordinarily received. So I get between 200 and 300 a day sometimes. So this is Bill Olson. Just very glad to be able to make contact with you on our cable programs. I look forward to seeing you next time.